if you're here, then you're probably here because you've been waiting. And I know you've been waiting a long time for some content, some food content at that, on YouTube. But we're here. We're here. I did myself up a little bit today because most people in the world are on some sort of lockdown at the moment, innit? So, when you've just got to make yourself feel good, you've got to get up and be like, yeah, I'm about to film some content today. So if you don't know me, I'm Chanell Wallace. If you don't know me from TikTok, which is the reason why I'm kind of here, because I started a journey on TikTok and it has blown. And yeah, now I'm basically making food, bringing the vibes and doing what I can to make people happy during this time, because it's all mad. That's quite a phrase to use. It's more than mad. But we're not going to speak on, things that have been bringing us down. It's only upliftment here. It's only upliftment from here. So if you're not subscribed already, subscribe, like, share, do all of that. You already know how it goes if you watch YouTube. And just, stay tuned for lots of content. Any suggestions on what you guys want me to cook, leave them in the comments. I do that on TikTok basically. So if anyone wants any sort of recipes and they drop it in the comments, I add it to my list and I start cooking in the kitchen. So yeah, I'm Chanell. Find me on TikTok and on Instagram as Food with Chanell. And yeah, stay tuned. Basically, I wanted my first video to mostly be about me. Sounds a bit selfish, but basically a lot of people are asking questions about me, about how I learned how to cook. So just wanted to get you guys a little bit into my vibes, what I'm about and why I'm doing this kind of thing, because I haven't always been a TikTok chef. Before that I had a whole career and I took some leaps to be here basically, and you can tell it's working because I'm constantly smiling when I think about TikTok and food and people. So yeah, the main question that I get a lot is, where did I learn how to cook? Basically, my grandmother, God rest her soul, she died from cancer, but she is my whole heart. She taught me how to cook most of what I know, but I also learned a lot from my parents as well. And if you don't know as well, my background is Jamaican. So I was born in the UK, but my parents and my grandparents, they were born in Jamaica. So yeah, so I've got a lot of Caribbean influence. I put a lot of that into my food, and yeah, that's where I learned how to cook. And to elaborate on the whole me learning how to cook from my grandma, I spent a lot of time with her as a child. So them ones there, if you've got a grandparent or a parent that cooks a lot of food for functions like weddings, parties, stuff like that, I was always at her house when she was cooking. So I always seemed to be the person there to be like, okay, make sure you're kneading up the dumpling them, make sure you season up the chicken. I was always like her sous chef sort of thing. So yeah, so that's basically how I learned how to cook. How old am I? I am 26, 27 this year. As you can hear in my voice, I'm from the UK. Big up my people in Jamaica though as well. Obviously that's my heart, that's my background. My heart definitely is island girl through and through. You'll probably get to know the vibes from my TikTok anyway, because I'm always vibes into some sort of mix, just get to know in it. Just direct yourself to my TikTok, which is in the description below. So before the story of how I got onto TikTok, this is going to be an interesting one. So basically, for the past 4 years, I've worked in TV. Long story short, I made a documentary about my brother's murder, which led me to go into the TV industry, into presenting and documentaries, stuff like that. There was a lot of trauma coming from what I did and what I discovered about my brother's death in making the documentary, that I realized I wasn't actually happy in what I was doing. I love presenting, I love documentaries, I love that, what I did and what I accomplished in the awards that I won and everything. But I knew that there was something I needed to find out about myself, because I'd always centered my life around the trauma that had happened. So basically, imagine as a child, you're going through a lot of trauma and kind of trying to fix that rather than finding what your true self wants. So that's what I needed to do, basically. It reached a head in probably 2019. I went into a deep depression. I was really, really down just about where my life was at, and that I didn't actually feel myself at all for as long as I'd lived. I felt like I was living this idea that would make things better for myself. And yeah, I basically took a leap and said, okay, I'm going to push myself into a space where I had no job. I had no idea what I was going to do with my life, but all I knew is that I loved to cook and cooking made me happy. So I just got myself in the kitchen one day, started cooking, started recording it. And on one particular day, I was actually just sitting down about to upload a TikTok. This is before my TikTok had even blown or anything. And I was looking at what videos I should post, and I'd been thinking about my dad. Now, my dad doesn't live with me, but because of lockdown, obviously we've not been able to see each other. So I decided, oh yeah, there's a video that we filmed together. Let me edit it and then put it on TikTok. Did that. It was a saltfish fritter recipe, yeah. And I put that up, and that started to, it didn't go viral, but it started to get views, innit? And because obviously for me, TikTok at the time seemed like, I don't know, like people kind of made out it was more for young people. Even I know I'm 26, but I mean young, like kids. And obviously, so I weren't taking it seriously, like, okay, you can actually have a career with this. And yeah, and then basically put up that video, it started to blow. So I said, okay, Chanell, like, have a little bit of confidence. You know, you can cook, upload some stuff on there, but don't take it too serious. And that's one thing I tell a lot of people. Don't take TikTok too seriously, because the enjoyment of it for me is what fulfills what I'm doing, you know? So anyway, so then I started to post, and following that post, it was a lasagna tortilla wrap hack. So if anyone knows, they know that there's that hack where you can basically, you get a tortilla, split it there and then fold it, right? So that's what I was doing. Did that, but did a lasagna version. That blew. And again, it was like every day I was like, rah, this is amazing. Like, how is everything so, I don't know, so fun, but yet it kind of is work, so to speak, because you've got to get up in the morning, you've got to go shop, get the food, prepare it, you've got to edit, put it up on there, like you've got to have consistency. So of course, obviously, once I started to take it serious, people started noticing more. I started to feel like, okay, let me put 100% of my energy into this. And then I just started doing it more on a consistent basis, like posting every day, whatnot. And then here we are. 100,000 followers since I started taking TikTok seriously in January, and today it's March the 17th. So I reached 100k about 5 days ago now, and I'm still totally, I don't understand how it's happened, to be fair, but obviously you lot have made it happen. If you're watching this and you're one of my followers, I appreciate you and I love you so damn much. I want to swear, but obviously, you know, kids them, I'm not trying to promote that, but I can't express how thankful I am, because for how I felt maybe like 6, 7, 8 months ago, a year ago, I was depressed for a long time. If people that know me personally know that my life has been very hard for me to overcome the depression and to get over things that have happened in my life that I couldn't control. So the fact that something like TikTok was able to help me find part of myself that I didn't actually know was talent, or, you know, that could bring people happiness, has just been so fulfilling for me. So yeah, like it's been an amazing journey. Obviously just hit 100k, killing it. I've got so much things coming for you lot. And this video was just a little bit of a, this is why I'm here, get to know me a little bit. Yeah. And there will be obviously food content, but you know, you've got to get to know your girl a little bit. I've got some surprises coming for you. Should I say what they are? Should I say what they are? Okay, I might as well, because by the time I put out this video, it will probably be out too. But I've got a website coming which will have all my recipes on there so that everyone can access them, my favorite playlists of the month, what I'm listening to at home whilst I cook, and of course, you know, you girls got to have some merch where you lot can be wearing your aprons, your t-shirts, or whatever. I'm working on so much, honestly. And if it wasn't for lockdown, I definitely would have had the biggest cookout by now, where you all could have come and ate some of my food in person. But I am working on it. I've got so many dreams and ambitions that I want to do with this. It started as fun and definitely as like a little hobby. Now this fulfills so much of my day. As you guys can see, I can't stop smiling. It literally makes me so happy. Cooking for you lot, giving you guys food inspiration, all of that. I just love it so much. So if you want to keep rocking with me, hearing more about my life, my journey, where I'm taking this whole venture, then, you know, subscribe, like the thing, share it, let people know. And I hope if you're watching this, you actually feel inspired, and not to necessarily create a TikTok account or anything like that. Like, obviously everyone has their own journey, but for me, it was that in the midst of lockdown and the pandemic, I was able to find myself. I was able to find a part of myself that through my whole life, I never actually realized that I had this part of me where I could help others and make people happy, as much as I'd done other things in my life to do with documentaries and my brother's death and knife crime and whatnot. This for me has been me. Yeah. Like the girl that was born and had a dream and wanted to help people. This is everything that I've wanted to do and more. And it just makes me wake up every day wanting to continue, keep pushing, and just keep inspiring people. So if you are watching this and you're in a difficult position as well, I'm sending so much love to you right now. And just know that your situation can change. You are strong, you can get through this, and it's only temporary. It's only temporary. That's probably the final note I've got to leave on. It's only temporary. I felt like my depression was going to rule my whole life, that I would never come out of it. It felt like too many years of the same. Now, look, the sun's even coming out as I end on this good note. It's temporary because you are in control of your destiny. Can't nobody tell you where you're going to be, what you're going to do in life, or where you're going to go. Only you can determine that. You and your faith and your belief. And my belief took me from posting that one video in January to now in March, being here at 100k, making this YouTube video and inspiring you lot. So yeah, I'm going to end it on that note. Again, new food content coming soon, so make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so that when I post, you get that notification and you can vibes and cook with me as well. So yeah, take care. See you guys soon in the next video, and yeah.